Yo, what's going on? What's happening? Let me set the record straight, man. I hate it when I talk about, things that occur in Atlanta. I get these people that were born and raised in Atlanta, and I understand, what I'm saying? They want me to be technical. Like if something that happened in Decatur, for example, like this incident that I'm going to talk about, actually happened in Decatur, DeKalb County. It didn't actually happen in Atlanta city limits. Now, my argument is this, I've lived there. I've lived in Metro Atlanta, they would say, because I didn't stay in Atlanta city limits. I stayed in Marietta and Sandy Springs. It's crazy for those that have visited or have lived down there or whatever. It's ridiculous how these city limits go. Like where I lived at in Marietta, I could have walked across the street and been in Atlanta city limits. Where I lived in Sandy Springs, it was Fulton County. I could drive straight down Roswell Road and run straight right into Buckhead, which is Atlanta city limits. You know what I'm saying? Or I could have took 277 and connected to 75, which took a couple of minutes to get into Atlanta city limits. Like these counties and towns and stuff like that are really connected to Atlanta. It's when you start talking about like places like Augusta, Macon, Athens is like far out. Other than that, these places like College Park, Marietta, DeKalb County, Decatur, Dunwoody, Sandy Springs, they're right around the corner from Atlanta. You would think if you're listening to people that live in Atlanta that say, oh, well, Decatur is not Atlanta, you would think that it's 40, 50, an hour and a half minutes out. No, it's like Decatur is like 10 minutes away from Atlanta. If that. And it's just crazy. And the reality of it is people that live in Atlanta, listen, let me tell you something. There are two type of people that live in Atlanta nowadays. The dirt poor and filthy rich. One of the two. Low class, high class. That's it. So most Atlanteans are people that used to live in Atlanta. They've been pushed out due to gentrification, and that's happening everywhere. They live in these places like Decatur, Stone Mountain, Sandy Springs, Marietta. That's where they live. Those places are a little bit more affordable than Atlanta or Atlanta city limits. So technically I have to say Metro Atlanta because that's where Decatur is in, Metro Atlanta. But regardless of the fact whether this incident happened in Atlanta, Decatur, Marietta, Sandy Springs, Roswell, the list goes on. Smyrna, Kennesaw, the list goes on. It doesn't make a difference. Here we go with more violence. With more violence. And let me tell you something, man. This is crazy to me. Like when I was younger, play the violins. You're going to hear this old school story. You're going to hear it. I don't care. You understand? But when I was younger, man, I'm not going to lie. I went to the strip clubs. But the strip clubs was something like, it wasn't like how it is now. The strip clubs was like the last resort. Like, it used to be where like guys that couldn't really get punani would go. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the days, you didn't pay for no pussy. You was lame if you did. You know what I'm saying? Like when I started going, it was just becoming okay to go to the strip club. You know what I'm saying? It was still kind of like, dudes was lame for paying for it. But if you went there and you get a couple of lap dances and stuff like that, had a couple of drinks, it would be like you would go to the strip club after the club ended, the regular club. You know what I'm saying? But when I went, it was all laid back, cool. You know what I'm saying? Now the culture is changing and you can get shot and killed in some of these strip clubs. Down there in Atlanta and overall Metro Atlanta, that's the culture down there. It's strip clubs everywhere. Everywhere in Atlanta and Metro Atlanta. Everywhere. That's their culture. And I've done so many videos about people getting shot and killed inside strip clubs and outside in a parking lot. And it's crazy to me. I just don't get this, man. I never understood. This is my word. I never understood the dudes that used to come to the club like looking for shit, looking for a fight, especially when there's women around. Like, seriously, like, it's no disrespect to the LGBTQ community. I'm not talking about them when I say that those guys are feminine. There's a difference. You understand? The LGBTQ community, they do what they do. And then you have other guys, and this is the guys that I'm talking about. These guys are more feminine than the LGBTQ community. Because it's like, if you claim that you're a heterosexual and you go to the club, but your main focus is on a man and trying to harm a man, like it don't make sense to me. In a room full of pussy, that shit don't make sense to me. It just don't. Especially in a strip club where broads has got their titties out and pussies and ass out. I don't understand that. Make me understand that. Straight up. I could be in a strip club with my worst enemy. And if I'm looking at some ass, I'm gonna look over at him and be like, yo, man, we can settle this shit later. Do you see that? Straight up. That's real talk. I don't get it. I just don't. But this is the different day and time. This is a different generation. And it seems as though that men are more focused on other men, or what they call beef, than pussy. I just don't get it. Like, 8 people got shot. You know what I'm saying? I guess they'll be all right. I don't know. But I'm just trying to understand what was the biggest, what happened in the strip club that made you want to just spray the strip club up? I'm just trying to understand that. And look at the day and time that we in right about now. With strip clubs, you ain't even safe in a strip club. Boys is coming out dancing, butt ass naked and shit. No, listen, I know some of y'all fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all don't like my vulgar language, and y'all don't like at times how blunt or real I could be. But I gotta paint the picture though. The broad is sliding down a pole, butt ass naked, and she and another broad in here giving BJ's in a VIP room, and you more focused on niggas? That shit don't make sense to me. It just don't add up. It really don't. Real talk. I'm just trying to understand it. For real. And really, it's not for me to understand, because, like, if I'm in a room full of pussy, you know what I'm saying? Just listen, straight up, because I've been to certain clubs and shit. I'm about to tell myself, I don't care. You know, I used to sell strip clubs and shit. Excuse me, I used to sell stripper outfits in strip clubs. They used to actually allow me to go in the locker rooms with the chicks. You know what I'm saying? And they butt ass naked and shit. You know, man, I've been offered punani for my strip clubs, excuse me, my strip clothes and shit like that. I'm like, nah, man, I want the money. I know the whole, I would hear the stories of the reason why they stripping. I would see nasty shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Dude over here, the broad comes in. I told the story a million times. Broad comes in like, yo, anybody got to pee? Cause this man wanna drink my urine. That's at the bar right there. Before I sold stripper outfits in the strip clubs, I thought they had a shower in the back. I thought they used to shower. No, they don't. Most of them don't. Most of them just go back in there, put baby oil and some Victoria's Secret spray or some kind of perfume, Bath and Body Works, and take their nasty ass back out. And that's real talk. Well, let me pull it back in. Let me make it relevant. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on, you know, when I go to the strip club, if the shit is funky or not. But if it ain't funky and it smell good in there, and the broads is decent, you know what I'm saying? This is in the past. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing that shit now. Man, I'm more focused on the punani. I'm trying to get the lap dance, all of that with the finest chick. I'm not concerned about what the other dudes are doing and shit like that. What kind of beef in it? That shit's crazy to me. If y'all don't think this story is crazy, I don't know what to say. No. Let me take it back. If you all don't think that any story of people shooting up a strip club, regardless of whether it's in Atlanta, whether it's in New York, whether it's in Chicago, whether it's in LA, if y'all don't think that shit is crazy, I don't know what to say. I just don't understand it. Real talk, like I get pussy matized, I guess you'll say it. Like if I'm in a room full of women. Straight up, I thought that women bring about peace. Like when there's women, you know what I'm saying, you like trying to get with them. Straight up, when I'm in a room full of women, I'm like Michael Jackson back in the days. He said this famous shit with, I think it was Paul McCartney's song he did with, yo, that's how old I am, back in that, like the 80s and shit. He was like, I'm a lover, not a fighter. He said it just like that. I'm a lover, not a fighter. He said it like more pimpish than I did. Like, I'm just trying to understand that. In a room full of broads, I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. I'm not a shooter. None of that. Like nowadays, you go out and you trying to have some fun and you get shot or you got to shoot someone. That's why I stay my black ass at home. That's real talk. Because I don't want to get shot and I don't want to shoot anyone. Real talk. I walk around Charlotte and most people think, you know, they look at me and I'm regular. You know what I'm saying? You don't, little do you know, I got it on me. At all times. And I'm not trying to be no thug or no roughneck or nothing like that. It's just that, yo, you can't trust anyone nowadays. Anywhere in Charlotte could be at the wrong place at the wrong time. You could be anywhere in Charlotte at the wrong place at the wrong time. It could pop off anywhere. I don't sleep on Charlotte. And neither should you. Just because the damn fucking city is named after a goddamn queen don't mean that the motherfucker's soft. Real talk. There are places that I'm not going to go in Charlotte. So this brings me to this point. People need to stop asking me when I'm coming to Atlanta because that seems like it's a setup to me. Yeah, man, when you coming back to Atlanta, never worry. Never. You ain't got to worry about me moving back to Atlanta or visiting. I tell you what, you could catch me flying over the motherfucker. You hear these planes? That's what I'm gonna be doing. Flying the fuck over Atlanta. That place is not safe. It's not safe. And it's ridiculous. Like, it's crazy to me that I'm saying this shit. Where is it safe where there's a lot of black people at? Besides church. And I don't even think that place is safe because they rob you blind. They rob you without a gun. The preachers and the pastors, the most slick talking motherfuckers that you ever meet in the world. They got the nerve to talk about the pimps and the players. And they one in the same. You call them in Atlanta, you call them prophets. Prophets that make prophets, so-called prophets, false prophets that's in, you know what I'm saying, the whole religion world in order to make money. You know, people like Creflo Dollar. Like, why would you even go? Some things are just like, come on, man. Come on. Like he telling you right there, his name is Creflo Dollar. But yeah, man, it's a culture down there. It's hookah lounges and strip clubs. That's it. You go down there to try to have a fucking good time. You want to dance? Man, please, you be better at home trying to dance. Ain't no place you can't go. It's hookah lounges, strip clubs, and bars. That's it. And places where you can get buffalo wings and fucking crab legs or some shit. Lollipop lobsters and shit like that. Stupid shit. Fake ass. They sell you on seafood and all that shit be fake meat. Shit, I ain't never been. I ain't gonna say, I've never been, but it's like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's starting to get like that in Charlotte, but definitely it's been like that for years in Atlanta. You gotta park to get into a club. You gotta pay for parking. You gotta pay for everything. I just don't get it. Like, in order to prove that you a baller or that you doing big things, you gotta spend money on any and everything. Like, shit don't even make sense. Like, I'm coming to your place of business and you telling me I gotta pay to park? I gotta pay to sit in a booth and pay, because that's what you do. You rent out booths and shit. I gotta pay to sit in a booth. I gotta pay for the alcohol. I gotta pay for the hookah. Man, fuck out of here, man. I'll be better off just going to, seriously, this is my word. If you want to look for some broads, I know a strip club that just about every fucking city and state got it. No lie, this is my word. And there's some nice, I ain't gonna say strippers, some nice women, there's nice ladies in there. And it sure as hell ain't no church, so don't even get it twisted. I know some of you all are gonna guess it. And for those that don't guess it, you're gonna be like, yeah, dog, you right. Target. Go to Target. Go to Target on a Friday and a Saturday night. Straight up. That's real talk. A Friday or Saturday night or Saturday afternoon. Or Sunday, like 6 to about 8. You go to Target, you're gonna find you a nice girl. Straight up. That's real shit. You could catch you a nice, wholesome female, you know what I'm saying, in the wine section. Or where else? They be in the home decorating place, that whole area right there. You know what I'm saying? You could catch a fly girl in there. That's real talk. You ain't gonna get shot up. You ain't gotta worry about none of that shit. You could do some parking lot payment. Maybe you don't want to fucking go inside Target. Just stand outside. Stand by your car, and as the women are walking out, approach them. Hey, ma'am, you need some help with your groceries or some shit? You know what I'm saying? And you got it. You're a fairly decent looking dude that got something going for yourself. Go to Target. Straight up. Other than that, you going to these strip clubs, these regular clubs, and all the rest of this shit, you're going to end up, if you're in Atlanta, you're going to end up in Grady Hospital or Northside, one of the two. You better hope you go to Northside. Well, shit, Northside might kill you too. That's real talk, man. If I was out there dating right now, I would go to Target. No lie. Definitely, Walmart is a no-no. If you want to find you something for the night, Walmart is a good catch. But let me tell you something. Here in Charlotte, they be shooting inside Walmarts too. Matter of fact, the baby shot and killed somebody inside a Walmart in Huntersville a couple of years back. Shot and killed him. The rapper, the baby. Shit, a Walmart. What is it? Whitehall Walmart. A motherfucker, they got in the shootout like last year, something like that, inside Walmart. So Walmart's definitely not safe. Go to Target. Or go to an outlet. They got an outlet, a premium outlet in here in Charlotte, and then they got one in Concord, the Concord Mills. They got go to the outlets. Damn, Concord is outlet. Oh, They be shooting in there too, man. Man, it's just not getting safe, man. I mean, man, you better off going to Target for real. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I mean, stick with the festivals. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's about it. That's the only thing I could see. You know what I'm saying? Or homecomings. You know, when the colleges have homecomings, those are decent. They tend to not have shootouts and shit like that at homecoming events. Well, I say like not the after parties, but you know, like the homecoming, like the day parties, DAY, day parties. You know what I'm saying? And the football games and the basketball homecoming games and shit like that. Yeah, that's good. Other than that, stay out of the strip clubs. Straight up. You know, and this is strictly for adults, this is a no judgment zone. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to judge, because I know some of you all are religious and be like, well, you shouldn't be looking at whatever. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? People don't believe in your religion, and you got to respect other people's thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do the strip clubs. I haven't been there in years, but for those that go to the strip club, I'm just telling you, like, it ain't even safe anymore. Who would ever think that it'd be a time, there'll come a time when you go inside a strip club and you just want to throw a couple dollars at some chicks, rub some puss, rub some ass, get some BJ in a VIP room, and you get all of that. But it's a possibility you might get your head blown off in the process. That shit is crazy to me, man. Straight up, you're supposed to get your head blown off in a VIP room, you know what I'm saying? Get topped by some girl, but not your head blown off. That's crazy to me, man. This is the society that we live in, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I mean, some people may say, man, that's all you do is talk about violence. What's the solution to the problem? I just gave you the fucking solution. Go to Target if you're looking for women. Thugs don't go to Target. Real talk. And if thugs do go to Target, they have a certain mannerism in there. You know what I'm saying? I never heard anyone getting shot or any bodily harm or anything happening in Target. At least here in Charlotte. Definitely in Walmart, but not Target. So that's the solution. Stop going to the strip clubs. Stop going to the regular clubs. You want to look for some female that you want to chill with, and, you know, have a good time or whatever, that's down to earth or whatever have you. I'm not saying that it's a guarantee, but I am saying try parking lot pimping in Target, or go inside Target and go to the wine section. Straight up, they be in the wine section. Other than that, I'm out.